Hey guys, welcome to another mod review. So here we have a new skidder by Timber131. It is a 748 H. Don't know what the H stands for. So what's new about it? It's more horsepower, more expensive, slightly bigger blade with a few new textures, and a completely different style crane. So as a comparison, I've got them both here. So this is the first one you come out with, the 548H. So you can see there, the blade's just a hair longer. I think we've got more sort of... No, the one and stuff's about the same. Same sort of tyres and rim setup. That looks fantastic as ever. Still got the green tint on the window there. The crane and how that looks. Pretty much the same textures from the opposite to the other. The colour itself is the same. The lights, we have a third one on the left hand side. And that will become clear in a minute as I jump into the cab. Looks like actually we've got some extra side light in there with protection bars, and these all have bars and this one doesn't. Interesting. So here's the cab. Take a good look. It's honestly the same. The only thing I'm seeing different from looking forward, other than the third light up top, is the air filter. So memorize this. Maybe actually a little different sort of view up front window. Because I think this guy is a little longer, the 748, just by a hair. Really not much in it, if you look. Now these haven't been moved, these haven't been touched. I just put them in game and placed them, well, bought them, and here's the store. Stock Westbridge map. So we'll move this guy. They both sound absolutely identical. Now before I'll get the negatives out and over and done with, is this tractor has dual wheels. Now, this is what they look like. They look the same, they look identical. The two things I've found issues with is, if you just take a little drive down here with them on, and as soon as we get over some grass and back off again, you'll see they only leave trails from the inner tyres. As a matter of fact, you can pretty much see it here. There you go, you can see it there. Just the inner tyres. The K700 on Farming Sim's website has no issue with that whatsoever. So people can do it, so it's a kind of shame to see a quality mod like this be let down by something so small. Another thing is, again, because it's just a numeric keypad on and off, I think this is why the texture doesn't work and why the tyres don't really function correctly, because they have no collision. And we'll hit up the console and you can see here the orange boxes are collision. So that's what the tyre will hit into and stop you just clipping through stuff. The outer ones don't have that, so I can go through and I can clip through this for the most part. As you can see here, in a minute the front axle will probably go up, but you can see there, especially on the back one, it will just clip all the way through. Now we'll remove that. That's what it looks like with the chains. I've only ever seen one picture with the real life sort of machine with jewels on. Right, so we'll take the chains, take off the wheels, hit F5 again, and what you're looking at here is the triangle on the front wheel. That is what the game actually sees as the real wheel. You'll see there's two of them. One for the inner tyre, one for the outer tyre, none on the rear. Now, unfortunately with this, it thinks the jewel's always on it. So, if we drive up here, clear a good couple of feet away from the curb, we'll get to a certain point and pop. It'll go up and you can see a gap. We're nowhere near the collision zone. But because it thinks there's a tyre there, and this is what the game sees as an actual tyre and wheel, it's lifted. Disappointed. Very disappointed. And that's the end of the negatives for this mod. Just to do with the dual wheels. So we'll go over the functions now. We'll bring up the HUD again. So our right mouse button does the blade up and down again. Of course, courseplay. Again, right click. We've got a shield on the back. That is a new feature. Up and down on your mouse is that up and down. And left click is your boom. So up and down is the main part, and left and right while holding the left mouse button is up and down. And we're rolling away. I use a 360 controller, as most of you know. There are normal subscribers, so I can get it a lot more smoother using that. But that's the big feature, is these three things on the back, really. Like I said, the blade's a little longer, and just to prove that we'll kind of somewhat line it up the best we can. Unfortunately the winch does not work. The guy kind of apologises for it, but he needs a script of this. He can do it. He openly admits he can't do it himself. The description's well worth a read. Now I know there's a lot of people that don't read the description on mods. Actually, yeah, maybe about the same size actually. Hard to say. But it's worth giving it a read. We'll go over the lights. Like I said, lights there. It's pretty much the same as the other one. I've only got it on medium graphics settings for recording. Here's the beacons. Now I don't know if these are real life. I don't know honestly how I feel about them personally. They're okay, I guess. Now we'll swap to this guy that's been rolling away with a trio, and we'll see how it does. Now it does have more power. I'll go over that at the end. The two differences: we have floating claw. Again, he does say you cannot adjust the pressure of the claw, so how tight it can grapple, so stuff will fall out eventually. That's just down to giants, I guess. Everyone's waiting on certain files still. So what we'll do is we have another tree that is cut, it's just not fallen down. So we'll drive into that. There we go. Let it roll away or do whatever it's renowned for doing. And see what it's like to pick up both. Has got the same suspension as the older one. I do believe it gets dirty, it just takes an awfully long time to do it. We had a couple of these in my dedicated server, and I honestly can't say I've some gone dirty. So I think they do take a long time, but I have seen images from Timber131 on his YouTube page of them dirty. So now we'll just use the blade to kind of push it over a little. We do have all the limbs on it, as I didn't limb them. But overall, just another fantastic mod from Timber. He's talented. There's no other way of putting it. If you happen to be watching the video, you are a talented guy. Nice to see this caliper of mods out so early. It's usually, unfortunately, towards the end of the game when this quality of mods are coming out. The only other thing you can improve on really is that winch. That's just time. I understand that. Come on. It should be okay, they may fall out, they may not. But I'll just do a couple of laps and we'll wrap this up and show you the price and the power of the two skidders combined. Put the jewels on and the chains. You can clearly see no tracks coming from the second set of tyres. But in all honesty, I'll only ever run it personally, just standard 4 tyres. But it functions fine. It really does. And we'll just leave them there. So, the claw, get it lined up on the white, you can spin it around, and then you just lock it with on the green for floating position, same as before. Spin it all the way around, and then just lock it up on the green, and as it's in floating position. So, we'll go to the mod section. Forestry equipment. Now I still have the beta version of the old one, but for this purpose, nothing changes. So here's the current version of the 548H. So you can see 102,000, 182 horsepower. You go to the 748H, 231,000, and jump in horsepower to 215 horsepower. And daily maintenance crap is up to $75. Then the bigger guy, $95. Most of you know I don't agree with the daily maintenance. But there is the mod. Hope you guys enjoyed the mod review. You'll probably see this up on Mod Hoster. Probably won a few English mod reviews on this guy. So hope it was useful. And I'll catch you in the next mod review. Just showing off the suspension there. Kind of forgot I didn't show it, but it does work. So guys, catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.